everyone, Jane here from Your Way Weight Loss. Hi, Leash. Hi.
Oh, hey, girl. Hey.
Oh, hey, girl. Hey. What's up? I feel like you said you missed me and we haven't spoken in 27 minutes.
Yeah, it was rough. Yesterday I did not a lot of contact, but I mean, there's other things we have to do in our lives.
Then just talk to each other. I mean, I was really excited that it was already Wednesday.
Oh, crazy. Wow. When you skip a Monday.
That's when you know you're like, I don't know, getting old. Is that what I want right now, guys? If you were on YouTube, it's not Advil. It's actually Olaplex. It's a hair treatment.
Okay.
That I put in yesterday. I just find it very funny that like I'm finding all the things here. We have some checks right there. I'm old.
There's a lot of things happening around my office. I need to.
I'm like looking around. I'm like, wow. It's a lot being an adult. Like to the right here, everyone, we have the letters from daycare just telling me different things, and I have to choose when Noah's going to daycare this summer and like making the summer checks. I wish it was e-transfer. That's way easier than doing the checks.
And just like reading the emails from the school.
Oh, so many emails. They have a lot to tell us.
Yeah. Skim read that shit. Ask Jillian.
Yeah, I asked Jillian. Ask Jeff. No, he doesn't read that. I just look at the subject. Often it's just to let us know they changed the menu for what's on the cafeteria. I'm like, sending an email to say, you know what, tomorrow we're not going to do pizza. We're going to do pasta Alfredo instead. You know what I mean? Someone took out time of their day to do that. And I understand the value because parents go with the menu and they have to tell us. But I'm like, I'm so sorry that you have to do that. You know what I mean? Like that's what the principal is doing right now, telling us that it's not pizza, but it's, pasta instead.
Being a principal.
Being a principal. No, thank you.
Not enough dollars in the world.
Absolument. Okay, so that's what's happening on one side. Left side is me fixing the big error of checks I did for the Shediac location.
We're still working on that.
We're still working on that, you guys. So basically I did US dollar checks. Imagine that. We're pretty sure that was I thought we were getting divorced. Like I thought this is it. This is it. And then I'm like, this is ridiculous. What is he going to say? She just did the wrong checks and I'm really mad at her. That's why I'm divorcing her. Absolutely not. It needs to be more serious, right? Like
I felt like he reacted more to that than when you drove your brand new car into your parents' home.
I absolutely agree. He was so upset with me with these checks. He just lingered. It lingered. And usually he's not a lingerer.
Nope.
You know what I mean? He's not a lingerer. Although when I did hit the car, our brand new SUV into my mom's home, he did send me a picture of just basically I was out of the family. Like, do you remember that picture? Okay, we need to post it. We need tomorrow you need to post that picture.
I have it. Just be able to find that picture somewhere.
Oh, I got it. No, okay. I have the picture.
I don't know how you find these pictures. Okay, I'm emailing you right now so I don't forget. Yeah. Tell them real quick, like Cole's Note version of what happened that day.
Well, everyone, it's December 23rd at this point. It's almost Christmas Eve, and we just got a brand new SUV. And see, the thing is my old SUV, if I didn't put it in park, when the driver opens the door, it automatically puts it in park. That was like a feature in the other SUV we had. And obviously I had that SUV for 4 years. So I had been accustomed to that service. And this one was not set up that way. So I'm actually really annoyed with my sound. Like your sound is always great. Right now I'm annoyed with there's echoing because does it hear it from my Mac? Like why is this such a problem?
Listen, I've given up trying to figure it out. I don't hear any echo, but does that mean
I mean, look at me right now, Alicia. Take a look at me. How high-end technology can I be right now? I have a microphone in front of me. I have these in my ears. Like what else can people really need? You know what I'm saying.
This is above our pay grade right now. Like we need another human. We've done what we can. We need someone to come in and
I think that's ridiculous. I think there's so many people that have podcasts. Like they're just sitting somewhere and they have a microphone and they do their podcast. So I feel like we've done what we needed to do. Like,
I mean, I agree, but clearly we have to accept that it's maybe not going as well as we'd like. So we choose to accept or seek external help.
well, the external help is Jeff, and he seems to not understand why this microphone is not doing the same thing as yours. And you don't even have the freaking microphone close to your mouth. Like, I don't understand. Oh my God. And when you do have it close to your mouth, remember how loud you were?
Well, that was a different issue.
So different. Okay, moving on.
The car.
So I'm coming back from a spin class. I'm all flustered because I want to this is like 2 years ago. So Noah's like not even it is not even like one. I don't know. Anyways, I forgot to put the car in park and I just stepped out of the vehicle and the vehicle kept just slowly rolling towards the home. And the panic happened and I just like jumped back in. But by this time, I've already hit the house at a very slow pace, everyone. But I think the most traumatic part is Jeff is actually at the front door or at the door and saw the whole thing happen. Like he's right there with the kids waiting for me to arrive. And his face, just no expressions, clearly no emotions, nothing. And he just like can't even look at me. Like he can't even like he is just so he wasn't mad. He's just like so disappointed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I have a theory as to why he was more upset about the checks. Are you ready for this? And we can say this because he does not listen to the podcast. Fun fact, apparently my parents listened to the podcast because the day I said I couldn't talk about Kim Kardashian with my dad, he's like, heard about me on the podcast.
Hilarious. Okay.
So perhaps that Jeff was actually a little disappointed with himself because you had asked him, is this the right checkbook? And he said yes. So maybe he is deflecting the disappointment in himself on you. And maybe it's the first time in his adult life he's had to feel disappointed in himself.
Maybe it is. See, the thing is Jeff is this person who's never in the fault. So he'll always like, and I like have made peace with this. Okay. I am totally fine with just being always the person that it's his fault. Like I'm like, okay. Like, okay, I have the best. Yeah, exactly. I have the best example. Let's say you were to leave something in the middle of the garage floor.
Okay.
And you arrive with your car and you do not see it. Okay. So you're the person driving. He's the one that put something in the middle of the garage floor. I don't see it. I hit it. I hit it with my car. Let's say that were to happen. Okay.
Did this happen?
It did not happen, but I think it's the perfect example to explain how Jeff is. I've like created this example for the world.
Perfect.
So if I hit the object that is in the middle of the floor, it is my fault for not looking with my eyes, he would say. Like, did you not see it? It's right there in the middle of the floor. If I'm the person that puts the thing in the middle of the floor and he's the one driving, then I'm the person. Why the F would you put something in the middle of the garage?
This is a very solid example.
You saw it, right? You understood everything. That is Jeff. That is Jeff.
That is Jeff. I see it.
If he's the driver, it's my fault for putting the thing. If he puts the thing, it's my fault for not looking. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I just like made peace with that. We've been together for a very long time. And at the end of the day, I truly believe if you want to make a marriage work, like you can't hold grudge. Like this is how he is, you know?
I feel like you would not be happy if you were like fighting against that would affect your happiness. You've just
and you know what I did for many years? Very upset about like the fact that like he's not a big sorry kind of guy. You know what I mean? And then I realized, you know what? That's not his responsibility. My responsibility here is to make peace with this. And like him not saying sorry or him saying sorry doesn't really make our marriage better or worse. Like, you know what I mean? Like that action, I think at the end of the day, what's important actually works between us. Like him saying like clearly if it was really bad, but like I've had some moments where I'm like that mutter, you know what I mean?
So we think your guys are going to make it through this check event?
Oh yeah, it's already over. We've already had very calm conversations about it.
Perfect.
Like, get what I mean? Like, I didn't know how long it was going to be. Okay. Like right now we can joke about the time that I hit the car and the thing, you know what I mean? So I know that's over. But you know, just like, okay, so he's made peace with the fact that I do shit like that. You know what I mean? He accepts it. He could be like that, like she is just so burr, 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 but he clearly just keeps forgiving me. So then I have to keep forgiving him to be the way he is, you know?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, it's coexisting.
It's
Excuse me.
coexisting.
That is what marriage is. Like everyone can pretend it's rainbows and butterflies. It's coexisting while at the same time trying to really enjoy the positiveness of each other.
Yes.
Because could you find someone else that is more that says yes or says sorry more than Jeff? Absolutely. But then they would have other pieces that I'd be like, oh, that was better. You know what I mean? I'm like, could Jeff find someone that is more like attentive to shit? Yes. But he couldn't find someone that's as pretty or funny.
Nope.
I truly believe that.
Yep. Yeah.
So there you go. That's what I bring to the table, everyone.
Yeah. I don't really want to be a part of the dating scene anytime soon. That's for sure.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So speaking of the dating scene, how many times could we have like hooked up this weekend?
I didn't feel like there was any times.
Oh, absolutely. No, in terms of like how many men would have been like, well, hello there, miss.
And they would have called us miss because they were 25.
They were 25. Absolutely. But I do believe that at least 76. We've had people literally stop us to say, you are really pretty. Had people say that to us. Most of them had a vagina. So that's like not part of the hooking up. We could have hooked up with ladies.
I mean, maybe it was.
And the 25-year-old, they're like, miss, you're a very good looking 40-year-old. It's pretty much what they were saying.
I know. When you tell me certain things, there's certain things are a little fuzzy that I saw on
every detail.
That's amazing. Every detail, even after 3 tequila shots.
Absolutely.
People
never
were
got
proud
to
of
a
you.
point. Yes, never got to a point where I couldn't remember a conversation or words that were said. You didn't even remember the girl's nipples that were pierced.
No, nothing. And like sometimes when people like tell me, I'll be like, oh my gosh, nothing.
I love how Crystal this morning was like, oh, just tell her there was a lot of steps. I'm like, it was like 5 steps. No. It wasn't that bad.
Where were we when we saw her nipples?
We were standing in line for the dome. And then we realized that, well, no, I was, yeah, exactly. Jeff was like, oh my God, the dome is like for 18-year-olds. And I'm like, Jeff, everything that we did was for 18-year-olds. Like it's 2 a.m. No one our age is like there for fun, you know, other than if they planned it. Anyways, so we were in line. There was a cute couple in front of us. They were like probably like 25, 30. And they were like, we just want to dance too. Like, where are you guys going? So we brought these people with us. But on top of the 2 sisters, do you remember the 2 sisters that followed us from the lower deck?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like on a sister getaway. Anyway, so we're in line and clearly Crystal doesn't do lines.
No.
So she was like, absolutely not. And I was like, Crystal, this is it. Like if we want to dance club style, we have to be in line in the club line.
Okay.
Yeah. And then she's like, you know what? This guy told me that there's new club. I'm like, let's do it. If you know, and we had passed in front of that club. There was music outside. Okay. And I was like, what's happening here? Is this like keep walking, the dome is coming, or is there something actually happening here?
It's for
so
like
get there.
The outcast.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, it's a new club, and good for them because at the end of the day, the dome seems overbooked.
Was the line like? How long were we talking here in this line? Do you think
we're talking about probably like 100 people in front of us?
Oh, mancha.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Yeah. And there were like 2 entrances. So on the other side, there was also another lineup. And I'm like, how can there be a lineup at 1:45? It closes at 2 a.m. Like we were done by 1:45. Like we weren't trying to get into the dome. There's still a lineup. Like you understand that it closes in 15 minutes. Like go home.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're in the line. This girl comes and wants to also go in the dome. She's behind us. And she recognizes me. She's like, oh mon Dieu, she's French. Te la fille qui spin, she says. And I'm like, sure. I wonder like how she like, I don't feel like we use our TikTok for promoting my spinning skills. Anyways, but that's what she called me. She's like, I follow you guys on TikTok. I was like, oh, cool. And then you were like going to assess how long the line was.
Definitely
I
send
said,
the person that remembers nothing about the
about the
line.
line. Yeah, exactly. So you're
Assess
going to
the
go
line.
and assess the line, and you were going to try to sneak us in with your breast. That's what I said. I said, go. I said, I have nothing to show the nice bouncer. You go and do your thing with the bouncer there, Alicia. So you walked up and then you came back and you're like, it did nothing for him. He's too young. He did not care about, you said he doesn't care who we are, Josee. He doesn't care at all. He doesn't know who we are. So you come back and I'm like, I'm ready to wait in line because I really want to dance. And like, also, this is what we're doing.
Yes.
So like, like our plan is to go dancing. It is what it is. Like we have to wait in line,
Yes.
like this is our evening plan. So Crystal's like, absolutely not. But then the bouncer at the other club was like, this is a new club. Do you want to come dancing? Whatever. So she came and told us about it. And I was like, hey, I don't care what the club is as long as there's good music. So we get there. Bouncer's really cute. He's like our age, maybe like he's over 30. So he doesn't think we're ridiculous. Or maybe he does actually. And we were like those annoying people that talk to the bouncer and like think we're funny. We were those people.
Okay.
Yeah. We're like, oh my God, we were like, the club will never be the same without us. Like we said all of those things when we left, like yuck. And we're like, what, people are sad that we're leaving. That's what we said to him. And he was like, he could not care less. So this is hilarious. He goes, I'm like, we want to go into the club. He's like, okay, go stand next to the wall. So we go to the wall and we pretend we're being like searched.
See, we're so funny.
He did not search us because he did not have to. Oh my God. Yeah. And then we went up the 5 stairs. And and then another bouncer is waiting for us in an elevator, which is creepy in itself, but he's there to make sure we're protected.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's this, and then Crystal likes the bouncer's chests. Have you ever noticed that? Every time we go out with her, she like sleeps on the bouncer's chest before we get in. She like checks his chest to make sure it's safe.
Okay.
She did that. And then she's like, he has a good chest. And I was like, I can tell. And then we went up, free cover charge because we have a vagina, which is great.
Perfect.
And we went in and they did play You Can Do It, Put Your Ass Into It, which is kind of ironic because basically all night I was like, we just need to have a spot where they play You Can Do It, Put Your Ass Into It. And that, like, when I say that to people, they know what I mean.
And were you satisfied with the music? Because you're pretty strict with that.
I am very strict with music, everyone. I just want you to know that basically when I walk into a club, I'd like to also become the DJ at that moment. So I was actually very satisfied. Yes, they didn't keep songs very long. I mean, there were songs that I'm like, really? I did go see the DJ, told him we were born in the 80s and that we like Tupac, DMX. That's like, and he had a Tupac shirt. So I read the room. You know what I mean? I read it. I knew that he was also a Tupac fan since he had a Tupac shirt.
Okay.
So I told him like, that's our style. And I said, could you play I Like Big Butts and What's Your Fantasy?
Okay.
And he just like, he nodded. He was definitely 21 years old. Like he definitely, when I told him we were in the 80s, like he like, like he gasped, it's like I was telling him I had cancer. And he then he did not play those 2 songs. And it is now 1:30 a.m. Crystal's ready to go. We all know that when Crystal's ready to go, it's time to go.
Okay.
So she said, I'm done. We have to go. And I was like, just a sec. Like he might play your What's Your Fantasy. And she likes What's Your Fantasy and I Like Big Butts. So she was okay with that. She was okay with that. And then he didn't. And not only did he not play those songs, he actually started to play very shitty songs that I didn't even know.
We're out.
So while walking out, he did like he wanted to like rein us back in. I could tell by his music song choices. Okay. He was sad that we were leaving.
Okay.
And I was like, it's over now. You already did this. Like it's over. Yeah. Okay. So that's what happened there. Okay. Did you hear that? The ding. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it's our Halifax crew messenger actually.
Oh, that's exciting. Did she make fun of the 5 steps?
Yeah, she remembers 50 steps.
Hilarious.
Crystal we walked, guys, like we were so close to everything. We walked to the restaurant, which was a 7-minute walk, and she was not happy. Not happy.
Oh my gosh.
I want a taxi.
Oh shit. Cancel. Okay, yeah. Yeah, she wanted a taxi. Also, she puts these heels on very well knowing that we are going to walk places. It's like Alicia. She knew it was 12 degrees and still brought that tiny, tiny piece of leather as a skirt to wear without tights or boots. You want it to be open toe. You know what you were like? You were like when we went out New Year's Eve and we saw open toe shoes on the sidewalk in the slush.
That's the
winter
same thing.
slush. It's
In the dead of winter.
In the dead of winter.
It's the same thing.
Okay, so we did that. Then, so once we chose to leave, you guys got vodka and water, and I had like regular water at that bar.
Definitely at that point did not need more alcohol.
Exactly, but I suggested once that you guys didn't need more alcohol, and it did not go well.
I believe that was the second night, and that was directed at only one person. I felt like you felt very satisfied with my alcohol consumption and functioning.
Absolutely. I am very impressed by Alicia's results this weekend in terms of just her being able to consume, thrive, and then thrive the next day. Like it's next level, everyone. I was very impressed by that. And the only reason I made that comment was because of clearly the consequences of night one. On day two, I did not want the same consequences from day 2 to day 3. I'm just a concerned friend here, concerned citizen.
It's to the point that Crystal brought a roll of toilet paper in the vehicle just in case she had to shit on the side of the highway. Shit. I'm like, that's an option? Like that's like that's a thing?
That's a thing, apparently. So that was just it, you guys. And also, this is not like she's not in a clear state to make a decision if she should have a next one. I feel like someone at the table needs to make this decision for her at this time. Because like if it was like, I'm clearly sober and I'm making this sober decision, you know what I mean? But it wasn't a sober decision. It was very much like I'm excited. I'm excited decision. And I knew the consequences of an exciting decision from the night before. That's all it was. It was very nice.
Okay, the best part.
What's the best part?
The best part was the pizza party.
The pizza party, and it's not the type of pizza party you have at school, everyone. Like This was not planned. That's why we cannot repeat that night.
I know.
Like, that's not repeatable. Like next year, we can't expect the same thing. I just want to warn everyone. So we leave. It's 1:35 a.m. At this point, we think that the lights are turned off in the city. Like it's over. Like everyone's going to bed. Nope. Still a lineup for the Dome. Still a lineup for every bar. And we're just like, what is this life?
Who are these people?
Apparently, Jeff said like Halifax is known for the afterlife. Like he said, like nightlife. He said, no, they have a huge nightlife in Halifax. I was like, holy shit, we saw that. So it's 1:35 a.m. because I have an Instagram video that it is 1:35 a.m. And the street right next to our hotel is like full of people. And we're like, what is happening? So at this point, Crystal wants food. So we're like, okay, we'll stop at this really cute pizza place. It's called Alexandra's Pizza. So if you're from Halifax, clearly you're yelling, yes. They have it's like a thing in Halifax, pizza corner, pizza. Like it's like you have pizza places are open till freaking 3 a.m. Like it's insane. Okay. Whereas in Shediac or Moncton, the pizza place closes at 9:30 p.m. because
now listen. There's a pizza place downtown Moncton that stays open till 3 a.m. It is not a thing in Halifax. It's a thing when people stay awake till 3 a.m. Same as Fredericton, right? Pizza right down by the bar. That's what you do. You get pizza at 3 a.m.
Okay, I support all of these pizza places. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
So basically, we walk in and they have this speaker in the corner, everyone. Yeah. And it's literally Josee approved music over and over. It doesn't stop.
No.
And so clearly at this point, like I want to, yeah. So clearly I'm like dancing. We're dancing in the pizza place while we're waiting for our pizza. We're making it a thing. But then the pizza owner place is very satisfied with our presence.
Our performance.
So he starts to put the music up. He's like, let's make this a thing. Let's make this a vibe for these 40-year-olds. So he puts it up and he's just like pumping those tunes like one after the other. He knows what we want. So we just start this like clubbing vibe in the pizza place, and people are walking in and they're very much liking our vibe. Because I mean, it's 2 a.m. If you're up at 2 a.m., you're in the same vibe as we are. It's not 4 p.m. You're not annoyed with us. You're like, yes, what's this? Okay. So we literally fill up the pizza place because they're like, we're going to stay here and watch these ladies dance. Because clearly we're hot 40-year-olds. You know what I mean? Hot. Everything's sweaty though. Like my hair is no longer straight though. You know what I mean? Like it's not good. So I take off all my bobby pins. I'm creating a bun right there in that moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So people are walking in. They're like, and now it's become a thing where Crystal has taken over where the cash is. That's her dance floor. I'm in the corner where the speaker is. You're just at the entrance. And that owner literally just dissected you. He just like knew every inch of your body, Alicia. It was just amazing. And then new people come in, they're dancing on the table. New people came in and they're dancing on the table. They're bringing up the game and we're here for it. So we stay there till like, I say we stay there a good 30 minutes just dancing. We're not even eating our food. We're just waiting for Crystal's piece of pizza, whatever. So once she gets her pizza, Crystal's ready to go. So we leave. Everyone says, oh, it's good. No, it's good. Like that pizza place will never be the same. They will never forget us. So we walk out. Then we end up seeing a member, but a male member from Your Weight Loss. So that was really fun. And I'm like, what? And he's like, what? And it's just too much. And he's like, please come and hang out with me and my friends at Dirty Nelly's. Again, if you're from Halifax, you're really excited about me saying Dirty Nelly's.
Okay.
And Crystal's like, let's go. And we're like, so excited to see this. I'm like, what are you doing? How are you? Whatever. So we talk with him and he's just like, basically just staring at me this whole time. And he's not saying anything. And I'm like, where are you going? He's like, I can't believe you're here. And it's 2 a.m. And like, you're going to bed. And he's like, they're just like starting their night. It's just, I'm like, obviously we're going to bed. We're old ladies and it's 2 a.m. Like we've done our part in this city tonight. Like it is what it is. So I'm like, bye, peace out, whatever.
I need to add to the story that for me, I believe my first cocktail was at 4 p.m. So like at this point, 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. is 10 hours.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
And it was like a steady drinking game for you. Like it was like, oh, there's like a little bit of space. I'm going to go and get something from the liquor store. Like it was good. You're doing great. You're walking straight, Alicia. Your eyes aren't even little. Like I'm really like looking at you and things are good. By this time, I'm pretty sobered up. Like nothing is dizzy. Nothing is weird. The only thing is my body's like, what is this alcohol in my body? So I'm
now
not like,
what?
Yeah, I'm not feeling great. Like, am I gonna have diarrhea? Am I like, it's not sure how it's feeling.
Okay.
Am I hungry or am I gonna throw up? But I'm very much in the moment. I remember all the conversations. I remember like whatever. I remember what you look like. I remember the guy looking at you. I remember the dancing. I could even tell you what songs played. Like I got this. So anyway, So we're just at the entrance of the hotel. It is now 2:15 a.m. or something like that. And this is you. You throw your jacket on the floor and you're like, I'm not ready for this to be over, is what you said. And Crystal's like, what are you talking about? It's 2 a.m. Like, I want to like put on my robe. I want to eat pizza in bed. Like, I'm ready for this to be over. And you're like, I'm not. Like, Josee, are you tired right now? And I'm like, I'm actually not tired. Like, I wasn't tired. Bonnie's like, I'm not tired either. Like, Leash, if you want this night to not be over, like, we can continue. Where do you want to go? So we go up. I'm like, I just need to like retouch my ponytail, but basically my bun at this point, because I have like 3 bobby pins holding this mess. Okay. I'm sweating. I need to retouch my makeup. And basically we need to walk up Crystal and make sure she's like settled in bed with her piece of pizza. Yeah. Or no, her large poutine. That's what she got, a large poutine. And this poutine is literally family size. Like it's like the square foam. You guys know what I'm saying? The square foam container.
Yeah.
And like Crystal is like 5 feet tall, 125 pounds. Like
Yeah.
she's like a tiny human.
Yeah.
Big boobs, big breast.
All breast. 90% breast.
90% breast. So anyway, so we're tucking her in with her poutine, basically. I'm going to just like get my life together, kind of like fix my bun, put a little bit more makeup because I had like sweat and stuff. And you're just like waiting for me. Like you're like, I'm ready. So we go back downstairs and we go see what the scene is. As we leave, we see old students. They're really excited to see Alicia. See, Alicia taught grade 12, so they definitely remember Alicia. So he's really excited. He's calling all his friends to come meet Alicia, although they didn't come at the end of the day. I'm talking with this other guy who is showing me all of his DMs, and I could not care less. Like this very sweet person who's trying to speak French to me, who speaks very good French, by the way, very, very nice, is telling me all about his sexcapades. And I did not ask about all of his details, but he is telling me all of the people that he has had sex with, threesomes with, and he's showing me DMs of like, he's like, oh, I want to follow you on Instagram. I'm like, cool. So I give him my Instagram handle. And then he's like, oh, look at all these people we have in common. I'm like, yeah, well, a lot of people follow me that I don't know. Like, it's not like only my Instagram are only people. He's like, oh, I see you know this person. I'm like, I do not know this person. They just follow me or I follow them or whatever. And he's like, oh, I know them really well. See? And then he's showing me his DMs to like show me that he knows these people and that they're friends. And I'm like, I don't really care. I don't want to see your DMs. It's like, see, they said that they love me.
Proof.
My DMs. Proof. He wanted to show proof. I love prove that you are friends with me. And I was like, I have no DMs to show you because I don't know these people. So that was cool. Then we sent a picture to one of my favorite students because he knew this favorite student of mine. Apparently he had slept with him. But yeah, so that was fun. So we sent a Snapchat to that person, to that student. Snapchat is another world. I'm so happy that like I never want my children to have Snapchat.
Yeah, we skipped that. I feel like we're good. I don't know.
Yeah, we're too old.
I know that like almost 30-year-olds probably have Snapchat, but like are like 18-year-olds getting Snapchat right now?
Oh, they are, and they're sending naked pics to their absolutely. Okay, so that's what happened. Then Alicia, at this point, that's how I know she is not at her
best
non-drunken self. No, you're at your best drunk self. Good for you. It was like you're not your like usual non-drunk self because you're actually keeping the conversation alive when it's clearly time to move on. You know what I mean? And I was like, why is she talking to these people? Like what for this long? You know, like I'm like, let's move on. So I just take initiative and I'm like, all right, so we're just going to move on from this. You guys keep doing what you're doing. And you're like, okay. So I kept you walking. We kept walking. And then we realized.
At this point, I realized there's still lineups everywhere.
But at the same time, not really, because it's 2:30 and things are closed. Like we're trying to get into a bar that's closed. The Dome is closing up. Like it's 2:30. The only thing that's open is Alexandra's Pizza. So it was not a big run, honestly, for us to go back. Like there was just nothing to do. Like clubs, like bars were closing. It's 2:30 a.m. I don't think they can sell liquor after 2 a.m. Or is that just me and my old thoughts?
I think that there's one bar that I heard them say that can stay open till like 4.
Wow. Okay. So we didn't find that bar and I'm really happy we didn't. And so then you realize you wanted pizza. You're like, I want a slice of pizza. So we went back to Alexandra's Pizza. They were really happy to see us. We did a few dances, nothing more than that. We told them like, it's time to go. I got a poutine. Bonnie got a piece of pizza, walked back to our hotel, ate my last bite of poutine at 3:02 a.m. And then I had diarrhea. And that was good. I needed like, it wasn't, because when I ate the poutine, it's like, am I feeling sick or am I hungry? I like wasn't sure which way I was going to go. And then I started to get sick, like diarrhea style. And I was like, shit, like, is this happening? I didn't want to be sick, clearly. And I think that's what happened. It's like, I was definitely feeling good. And then it went to like, my body's like, what is this? Like,
it can go so quickly from good to I need to diarrhea shit real quick.
Yeah, it's like your body's like, but that lasted for a long time. like there was like, I'm feeling good, but I didn't keep drinking. You know, after the 3 shots and that drink, it's like it was all in the same meal. It was all like in 1
That was
hour.
quick.
Yeah. Like I drank 3 tequila shots and a drink in 1.5 hours, not even like 1 hour. So that lasted. And then once that was done, I was no longer drunk by the time we were dancing. I mean, I was definitely in my element while I was dancing, but it was like I was feeling not good. You know, I wasn't sober in terms of like how I felt in my body. We were afraid that this was not going to be 25 minutes. It is 36 minutes.
Was never afraid.
And you know what? No one even asked us. No one asked us like, how was your trip? But that's what you signed up for by listening to this podcast. You wanted to know all the details. We didn't even talk about what I purchased. We just talked about drinking and going out. It was really a good time. We didn't even talk about getting back on track. Maybe that would be the next podcast. Now that they know everything we did, what's our language? What did we purchase? What's our language? I think should be our next podcast.
I love it. Let's do that.
Halifax trip part 1, everyone. Okay, let's wrap this up. This up. And on Monday, everyone, you'll get to hear part 2. You'll hear everything we purchased, how fun it was, and how we get back on track. Okay. Well, have a great day, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for listening. You know how to follow us. Sign up for our email subscriber list because we're so fun.
We're getting juicy.
We're getting juicy over here. And have a great day. Bye, Leash.
Bye.